Oh, I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring, and I sit down and I eat garbage.
That's copyrighted.
Man, bait snake. Copyright.
That's also copyrighted.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. John's wrong.
Just because it was in someone's video doesn't mean it's copyrighted. Yes, I am.
Wait, we're recording?
Yeah.
Hi!
Shit. Anyways, hello everyone, XS58 here, and yes, I'm the trash man. Oh, shut up. Anyways, when we last left off, we had to make some important decisions, and then we beat PBG at Smash. I mean, you know, not really Smash. It was like a fake knockoff Smash. Like the kind of Smash you play with your friends for like 10 minutes, and then you just give up on life.
I do the
Because you realize it's not Smash. It's Stomp.
or stops.
Stupendous Stomp Sisters. You uncultured fluff. I'm trying not to curse. For once in my fucking life. Oh, well, broke that fucking chain. I said I was trying not to curse for once in my fucking life, and I said, well, fucking broke that chain. Anyways, let's just continue on. As the chill weather of early spring faded and warmth stretched across Asagao, I itched to go outside. With Satch's book in hand, I took to the streets. Oh, the police coming straight from the underground.
I got a pip-flop!
Shut up, no one cares.
I care.
Since many people realized how rare this moment was, most of the usual benches and grassy spots were taken. Nikki! That shit can get copyrighted. I kept walking until I came to the soccer field. There was a practice game being held, and PBG and his friend Jeff were running across the field. Being a skirmish, the bleachers were almost completely empty. Students scattered the shiny metal seats, but there was more than enough room for me. In one swift motion, practiced many times over in my life, I sat down, spun my backpack into the space next to me, and pulled out my book. I was nearly done with it, and I wanted to see if I could finish it today. It was due a few days ago, so I was under pressure. At a pause in my reading, I looked up to watch PBG on the field. A shock of color at the base of the bleachers caught my eye. It looked like some kind of metallic candy wrapper, and a pang of annoyance struck me. There was a trash can nearby. My litter. As I jumped down the steps of the bleachers and nearly slipped off one, it became clear that it wasn't trash. The colors changed as the angle of the light did. It was an iridescent purple figurine. Itty bitty and a kitty. Was it Gerard's? He was the only person I knew who collected them. I held it up to the nearest student, who shook his head. I was free for a while. Gerard was really into the IBK scene, so if it wasn't his, he'd probably know who it belonged to. One problem. I had no idea where his room was. Conveniently at that moment, PBG ran off field to get a drink. I approached him holding the kitty in front of myself like a talesman.
Hey!
Oh! PBG, do you know Gerard's room number? I think he dropped this. I held the kitty up again and glimmered in the sun, much like PBG just now with all his physical activity. Which means that can go one of two ways. If you, that sentence could go one of two ways. It could mean that it means that they did the do hardcore, or that he is just a sweaty ass motherfucker. Look at the commercial on TV right now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, now shut up. Oh, Gerard was just here. It has to be his. I asked him to bring me my goalie gloves. I wasn't ready to take Mick Jones's place today. His room is right across from mine. Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Hurry it up, PPG. PPG groaned. It wasn't much of a break.
See ya.
Gotta go. Good luck. Took a huge gulp from his water bottle, then poured the rest on his head and jumped back into the game. Come on, man. Welcome to Japan. Come on, His teammates patted him on the back as he rejoined them. I placed the IBK into my uniform's word pocket and headed to Bluebell. Do you know how to pronounce this? It's Lilliputian.
Into the Lilliputian?
I guess. As I entered Bluebell House, a passing boy frowned at me. Was I even allowed to be here by myself? I shook my head. There was no time to be afraid. Today I had a mission. Just as PPG said, there was a door right across his room. I knocked and fished the IBK from my pocket. Shane answered the door, not at all pleased to see me. Hi, Shane. How are you? He was Gerard's roommate? Why was he Gerard's roommate? You little laugh. I tried to laugh to diffuse the situation, but it was weak. I felt like I was only making this worse. I didn't know what went on in Shane's mind. He looked at the IBK in my hands. Gerard should be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'll just wait in the common room. When he gets back, can you tell him to try to find me? I could read downstairs. Even if it took Gerard to get an hour to get back, I could keep myself occupied. Shane sighed and leaned against the doorframe. I could tell him, but it would be much easier if he just waited here. In here. He put his hand out, gesturing me inside.
Oh my god, just do it.
Alright, thanks. I think I fucked up, like, getting him also. You can totally tell which side is Gerard's.
Gerard is my new favorite.
And he's known as the completionist, and there's a completion bonus for the game.
Does he like cats?
But you know how he's the completionist, right? And there's a completion bonus if you date everyone in the game. I'm dating him last. As a joke. Hey, I got the idea from Pro Jared and his wife.
As long as it's
Shane-
not your original.
Shane swiveled around and started to click something on his laptop. Seeing as he wasn't much for small talk, I turned to observing the room. The room was well decorated, one could say. There were a lot of itty-bitty kitties, each arranged neatly with its brethren of similar design. Yeah, that was pretty cool how they did that. Every empty space not filled with school-related objects was covered by the pads of a cute little cat. Or at least the sealed box of one. Even parts of Shane's shelves had IBK on them.
He's a star.
What?
Stop.
No, it's because Gerard doesn't have enough fucking room. So many cats.
It's gonna be our house soon.
Yeah. Sadly. I had to admit, it was kind of endearing. Something about the dedication required was sweet.
Hey,
You collect itty-bitty kitties too? Not really. They're Gerard's. I don't mind. I see. It's kind of niche. I'm surprised you're into them. Oh no, I don't collect them. I just found this one on the side of the field. PPG said Gerard was there earlier, so I came to find out whether it was his. My hastiness to disown the figure did not go unnoticed by Shane. He made a face at me. If it's not Gerard's, he'll probably know whose it is, right? It's probably Gerard's. I smoothed my thumb over the plastic kitty absent-mindedly. Shane returned whatever he was doing online, and I conversed with the figure in my hand. Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? You are. Gerard came back about 2 minutes later.
Hey, Shane.
And Hana? He held 2 coffees in his hand. Suddenly, he turned pink. And what are you two doing here, alone, together?
That's a stupid.
We're not doing anything. Hana was looking. We're not doing anything. Hana was looking for you.
Really?
How can I help, Hana? He gave a coffee to Shane and offered the other one to me. Here, take mine. I would have gotten you one too if I knew you were here. That's really nice of you, but no thanks. I just came to see if this was yours. For what I felt like the 10th time in the last half hour, I displayed the itty bitty kitty.
Oh, wow.
Oh yes! Gerard almost dropped his coffee as he leaped forward. Geez, even Shane is surprised. Look at his face. She's like, oh my god, man, chill. I lost this today. Where'd you find it? It was near the field. PPG told me you were there earlier, so I wanted to give it back to you. I handed the figure to Gerard, who looked about ready to kiss it.
You're the best.
Thank you, Hana, thank you. You didn't have to do this, but you did, and I don't know what I would have done without you. It wasn't any trouble at all. It looked pretty rare.
They're special.
It's not as rare as you would think, but it's still very special to me. I'm so glad you were the one to find it. I shouldn't have been so careless. Don't beat yourself up about it. What matters now is that you have it back. Maybe zip up your pockets next time.
I promise.
You bet I'll take a load of precautions to make sure this never happens again. He placed it delicately on the shelf with the other kitties that had the same iridescent properties, meaning shiny, for you. Tiny person.
Don't call me tiny. I'm tall.
Gerard looked at me while I viewed his hard-earned assemblage.
Right.
Oh, duh, Gerard, you dummy. How rude of me not to at least introduce you to my collection. Sorry. In this room, I have 247 itty-bitty kitties of every shape and size. This is the newest set, the Catastrophes. They're a band. They're really popular right now. I traded my rare extras for these the other day. The one you brought back for me is from a set of 4 that are called the Opal Essence. Currently, they're the only shinies. Gotta huff up those shinies. They were so pretty. He's fixated on them. I'm just missing the last Opal Essence. It's a purple one. Princess Pumpernickel. I've tried everywhere, but no one has them in stock. But there's only 3 copies in the world, so it's not really surprising. Yeah.
They're just My Little Pony as amiibos, but it's cats, so they're not copyrighted.
Well, not really. I think it's more or less meant to be a joke on, like bronies or something.
I mean, the reason that it's amiibos is because that one is, like, there's only 3 copies. That's how the Callie and Marie amiibos are gonna be. It's only gonna be 3 for
We only made 10 of these, good luck. Also, you're never getting Mother 3.
Ha! You're gonna get so many, like,
Hey, everyone.
I got it from a picture.
Yeah. That's how things are.
Please don't hate on my brother. Just a joke, okay? Alright. Continue on with the freaking game.
It's more surprising that I managed to get these ones. I have one of the most complete collections in the world. People think that the Kitties company give me the newest figures, but I earn all my IBK. Damn, man, that's a lot of money. You know, if you get... Someone figured out that if you pay regular store price for every single amiibo, you have, before tax, you have spent, I think, near $700.
Bruh.
I can tell this took a lot of hard work. I'm amazed how much effort you've put into this. He sighed heavily and sat down on his bed.
Completed.
Thanks, Hana. I just wish I could get that last figure. I could finish my collection, and the kiddies would have all their friends together in one place.
Oh, he's such a cinnamon roll.
I wish I could help. Don't worry about it, Hana. This is my battle to fight.
Oh my god.
I nodded, then glanced at my watch. I'm like almost in tears. This is adorable.
He's way too good for this world. He is such a pretty cinnamon.
Oh, he's like a puppy.
He's like me. I can't leave freaking toys alone. I have to get them all so that they're with their friends. I know how he feels.
See you later.
Ooh, I should go. I really wanted to finish my book today. But if you ever need help, I'm here. I stood up then waved to the both of them.
Bye.
Bye, Hana. Thanks again.
Bye.
See ya. Yay, Shane is being nice to us. Thankfully, I managed to finish my book. It took more time than I expected. It took more time than I expected, though. And by the time I got back to my room, it was dark outside. When I opened the door into my room, the lights were off.
Uh-oh.
I flicked them on, and the huddled form of Mai hugging a stuffed purple bear appeared on her bed.
Hello.
I'm back. Mai glanced at me, then buried her face in her bear. Was she sulking? It was unlike her to be so unenergetic. Are you okay? Doesn't sound very okay. Mai glanced at me again, her face a light shade of pink, like she was holding her breath. You know you can tell me anything. You've helped me out a lot, so it's the least I can do in return, right? Besides, we're friends. Mai sighed and threw the bear on the floor where it lay as if screaming in agony. Ah! I was doing that in my head, Nikki. It's not fair. She sighed again. I know it's terrible to think like this, but even though I'm really happy for you getting friends with those guys, it's just not fair. Those guys? Who? The Normal Dudes Club? It's just that I've been a fan of them for so long, and I've loved Jared forever. And then here you come out of the blue with your pink hair, and just like that, you're friends. She snapped her fingers right in front of her face. But here I've been trying this whole time, and Jared didn't even know my name. I know I'm being stupid, and I feel bad, but I still... Why? They're your friends too. Mai smiled weakly at me. They wouldn't be my friends if it wasn't for you. Mai. I'm going to sleep. She turned over and closed her eyes without even taking off her uniform. Oh my god, Nikki, it's you. I turned off the lights and walked to the bear she threw in the middle of the room. I turned off the lights and walked to the bear she threw in the middle of the room. I'm sorry, too. I said it quietly, but even as the words left my lips, I knew they were a lie. Despite our slight confrontation last night, I was peppy as usual the next day. It seemed like there was no reason for me to worry, but that didn't mean I didn't. The bell rang and class started. Miss Shizuka wrote origami flowers on the board in an ornate script, then turned to glare at the class.
Class?
The flower festival is only a few days away. It's time again to start folding flowers to sell for the school. We do this every year, guys. I don't want to hear any groans. You're free to write me an essay on the importance of these funds for the school if you'd rather not participate. A few students rolled their eyes, but I smiled. It sounded kind of fun, and I hadn't folded origami in years. I'm handing out practice sheets because I know how bad you guys are at origami.
Oh wow.
I'm-
Was that the teacher?
Yep. I'm only gonna teach you once, so pay attention.
Sure. I was a teacher, I'd be sweet.
She's one of those teachers. The ones that like date someone and then when they get dumped, they like take it out on the class. One of those.
So she's a hooker.
No, she's not. Bro, no. She's single. She wants a boyfriend.
Okay.
It like goes first date and then nothing. Miss Shizuka returned to the front of class picking up an ornate green paper. As she instructed the class, I realized that these were the most basic versions of origami flowers. I was already familiar with them. Folded my practice paper with ease while Shizuka roamed the room, helping the students who struggled to follow along. These creases are weak. Kindergartners could do better than this. Hell, my ex could do better than this.
Oh my god.
Oh. Sadness passed across Miss Shizuka's face. She turned to the boy next to her and slammed her hand on his desk. You need to be better. Better for everyone's sake. It seemed like quite a few students were having trouble. I went to the front of the class to get some new paper, passing John on the way back to my seat. His paper caught my eye. Folded this the wrong way. Your flowers are going to be narrow if you keep going. I'll be honest with you, Hana. I have no idea what I'm doing. Help me. Kind of looked like he was about to cry. I knelt by his desk, unfolding and refolding his paper. This looks perfect! You're so good at origami. Did you have to make flowers at your old school too? No, I used to do origami a lot when I was younger. I guess muscle memory just kicked in. Thanks, though.
Really?
What an odd skill to have. Is it? Please. John clasped his hands around my wrist. Stay with me. Help me. Sure, if you need it.
Yeah.
I knew I could count on you. Thanks, Hana. You're a goddess. I spent the entire rest of class period slowly doling out lessons to John and PBG. I offered to help Shane, but he turned away from me, instead watching over John's shoulder. I kept my movements large and exaggerated so he could see too. It was nice to feel useful. When class was over, I headed back to the dorms with Mai. We had a long night ahead of us, filled with homework and the possible reward of chocolate ice cream should we finish on time. But before I got far, someone called my name.
Hana!
Oh, it's Jeff!
Hey man, Jeff!
Hana! Jeff, is everything okay? Hey, the Normal Men's Club has a meeting today, and PBG forgot to take his soccer uniform with him. He held up a blue and gold uniform. We won't have much time to change before practice if he doesn't have this, and I have to run down to the field. Can you take it for me? Of course we can. I grabbed the uniform from Jeff. Awesome, thanks. Dashed towards the field. My turn to make victory running through her face.
Yay!
Finally, a chance to see Jared in his element. I'll make him once. Fuck you. Come on, Hana, we've got to hurry. We approached the Norwood's. This is never going to stop being funny to me. Asagao High School Host Club. Don't totally suck at volleyball?
No, not that one.
Join the fucking team. Oh, calling all itty bitty kitty collectors.
And crying party, and don't totally suck at volleyball.
Crying party sounds like another name for fucking a comic account.
Yeah.
Crying party.
But seriously, I would go to that party.
It's run by Napster Block.
Oh my god!
Imagine.
No!
Jesus. We approached the Norwood's club room, hearts thumping nervously. At least I assumed Miles was, judging by the way. Oh, fuck me for hitting this.
Yeah, they can pause it.
We stepped up to the door and were about to knock when I heard my name on someone's lips. Hana. I froze and turned to Mai. Her face was lit, and she pressed a finger on her lips. She leaned in closer to the door, and I followed suit. Dude, I think it's fine. What do you think she's going to do to us? You need to calm down.
No.
But it's so pink. No one has hair like that. People can't choose their hair color, Shane. That's a really poor reason to judge someone. I know, but I don't trust people with pink hair. You know there's more to it than just the color. Don't deny it. Weird things always happen around people with pink hair. Sure, but they're not dangerous. Aren't they? My heart sank. I stepped away from the door, unwilling to hear more. Anna. I held up my hand and shook my head. Just when I thought I was beginning to win Shane over. Is this how he truly felt about me? I'm heading back. But I stepped past her, walking as quickly as I could back to the dorms. Luckily, I didn't pass anyone on my way back. I didn't think I could manage small talk without bursting into tears after what happened. I kicked off my shoes and went to set my backpack down by my desk, passing the mirror. I paused as I did so, turning to the mirror, evaluating myself on a whole new level. So much grief. My hair caused me so much grief over the course of my life. Now, for some reason, Shane thought I was suspicious.
Suspicious.
I smoothed my hair with my hands, the shortness of it catching me by surprise. It was softer when it was long. With a sigh, I turned away and collapsed onto my bed, hugging Mr. Bunny to my chest. Should I dye my hair, Mr. Bunny? I raised him up, staring into his glassy eyes. Yeah, you're right. Rolled onto my side, squeezing Mr. Bunny onto my chest. Satch said it himself. You don't choose your natural hair color.
That's your natural hair color?
Boy, don't judge.
I'm not judging, I'm just surprised. I didn't know you could have pink as your natural hair color. That's cool.
It's a fucking video game, Nikki. Of course you can. The same way that muscular people can go and can have extreme diarrhea and then become more powerful.
What?
Super Saiyan. Mr. Bunny was small against me, and I smiled at him. At least he still liked me.
Aww.
Right. Shaking my head, I went to my desk. I had better things to do than mope. You're still studying, Hana? I took my headphones out of my ears and turned to my... Those are earbuds! Get it right, or I'm going to stab you. Our plans for that evening were postponed, and I silently thanked her for not pushing me to keep them. I wasn't in the mood. Yeah, it's only been a few hours. You haven't moved since I left the room last. She climbed her bed and dangled her hands off the side. At least take a break, okay? Okay, so that's Hana's desk. Hana's desk. So she climbed up, waggled her hands over here like, take a break.
Ow, ow, my neck.
Sorry.
Well,
I have been meaning to return to the book I checked out. It was overdue, and I had to do it at some point. I was gonna do it today, but after what happened, it was the last thing I wanted. That didn't make it any less overdue, though. Go do that! Meet me at dinner afterwards. If you're gonna spend the rest of your life studying, at least be nutritionalized. I stretched, bending backwards to apologize to my back for the hours of arcing over my desk. I would have a hunchback by the end of my school career, I was sure. You're right. I'll go. I'll see you at dinner. It was pretty late when I got to the library. No one came at this time unless there was a term paper due. Since it was still relatively early here, the room was barren. Satch was working at the desk, as I expected, but he was joined by PBG and Paul. As soon as I saw them, I turned around, trying to walk right back out, but... Hey, Han. Unfortunately, my hair also made me stick out like a sore thumb. I reluctantly joined them at the counter. What's up? Not much. I'm taking a study break to return the book I checked out. I took the book out of my bag and handed it to Satch. That book. I can't help but notice you're reading The Princess Betrothed. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, I never would have read it without Satch's suggestion, so I have to thank him. He nodded and put the book on the to-be-sorted shelf. No problem. I don't work in the library for nothing. I have another suggestion for you if you need one. No thanks. I want to get back to the dorms. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's almost dinner. Let him check out this great book for you. Then we can all go to the cafeteria together. Well, alright. That was the last thing I wanted. But I was really bad at showing people that I didn't want to talk.
Just give them the death glare. That always works.
No, she's a cute cinnamon roll. Follow me to the fiction section. We set off through the library on an epic quest for adventure and fortune. My mind raced, trying to think of a good excuse so I didn't have to follow them to the cafeteria. Here it is, the Banana Club.
The Banana Club.
Ring, 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 banana phone. I punched her 4 times in the face.
No, you didn't.
Slightly.
You poked my glasses.
With my fist.
With your finger.
No, I went like this. And by your logic, that means I punched you. Like you could.
There's a knife.
He pulled a bright yellow book off the shelves. The Banana Club was written across in a bold font. Now, I know it sounds stupid. Looks kind of stupid too, honestly. But trust me, one of the most moving books I've ever read. The ending crushed me. He put a fist to his mouth and blinked rapidly. Don't cry now, Satch. I'm gonna stop before I spoil everything. He handed the book to me and I gazed blankly at the cover. Thanks, Satch. And, Hana? Huh? You're alright. You don't look very well.
He knows.
I wasn't really, but of course there was no way I was gonna tell Satch that. I eavesdropped on their private conversation. I am just feeling a little under the weather. I conjured a fake cough. It sounded bad. I think I'm gonna skip out on dinner too. I'm not feeling well enough. Satch narrowed his eyes and nodded. If you say so. Do you still want to read this book? Yes, I do. Your suggestions haven't failed me so far. Okay, let me check it out to you real quick, so you can get back and rest. When we got back, PPG and Paul were off on the other side of the room. Paul waving a book vehemently at PPG. Satch stepped behind the counter and grabbed my book. You know, if something's bothering you, or you're still getting used to the school, we're all here for you to talk to.
Aww.
I know. Transfers have it the hardest around here. Everyone knows that. And I nodded. He passed the book to me and I put it in my backpack. Just don't be a stranger, alright?
Such a freaking cinnamon roll. They're all too good for this world.
I won't. Thanks, Satch. See you tomorrow. I waved goodbye to him and made my way back to the dorm. Somehow Satch always knew when I was upset and how to make me feel better. It helped that Paul and PPG weren't acting any different to me than normal either. Maybe it really was just Shane with the problem. Whatever problem that was. You know what I think?
What?
Earlier on, I think it was in episode 5 that I recorded, there was a choice of just blindly saying yes or no. And I think if I said no, maybe I could have avoided that whole thing with Shane.
Oh, it's a question.
You didn't know, that's the point. That's why I said blindly saying yes or no.
Yeah, but I gotta know the question.
I didn't know it either. It just gave me the option of yes and no.
Whoops!
And I hit yes. Because at least then I knew what I was doing. Hana! I looked up. John was standing just in front of my desk, eyes glittering.
Hey,
He's
Yeah.
lucky. He still has his bird.
Yeah? Oh, shut up, the robot.
What's that? How much people?
It's a freaking robot. Shut up.
Ow!
Quit being mopey.
I'm mopey, I'm sad.
I need you in my play, please, Hana.
What?
What?
Eh? John grabbed my shoulders, his arms shaking so much I felt like I was vibrating. The drama club, our play this year, we're doing Romeo and Juliet.
It's gonna be Hana and Shane, isn't it?
I've been thinking about it for so... Oh no, it's a much better twist.
Oh god.
I've been thinking about it for so long. I can't just...
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. I need to try and guess this, okay?
You only get 2 guesses.
Well, I already said one, but that doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Alright, so I still have 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Hana and... I'm not gonna say Satch because that's too obvious. It's not unexpected. It's expected. I have a feeling it's gonna be PBG, but I'm not too sure yet.
Is that a guess?
No. Oh man. Which characters are very suspicious of her and don't really like her that much?
Only Shane.
Okay, so it's probably gonna be her and Shane.
Nope.
Okay, probably PBG.
Nope.
Ah!
You technically have one more since you already said Shane.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna take the guess here. Pro Jared.
Nope.
Ah! What was it?
I'm telling you. I've been thinking about it for so long. I couldn't have just anyone, and I wasn't finding someone who fit my particular needs. But then you come along. I've been watching you. I'm sure you could do it.
Oh, what a fucking stuff.
Please, Hana. I need you. Only you.
I feel like I'm reading an
Did
X-rated
you want
right
me
now.
to be Julia?
I feel like I'm reading freaking X-rated.
At least come see what I've been working on. Please, Hana.
Okay, do it.
I'll come and see, I guess.
Always be nice.
Oh, Hana, thank you so much. You're darling. John flung his arms around my neck, just as quickly let go, and glanced away to hide my face. I was sure I was turning pink. Awesome, this will be great. Meet me after school in the theater. I've got everything prepared for you. Yeah, great.
Ah, she's blushing.
Well, now that's settled. Come on, Hana, let's go to lunch.
Where's Jacksepticeye? I know it's only normal boots. It was just a joke. Ow, my
No,
face.
it's also Lucky Block.
Oh god, my ribs,
Not Lucky
dude,
Block,
that
Hidden
hurt.
Block. Shut up. You deserve that. He hustled out of the room with his bird, with a bird-like grace. I stared after him. It was like a whirlwind just left. He honestly reminded me a lot of Mai.
Hey,
You coming, Hana? He poked his head around the corner. Yeah. He might have been spending too much time with that bird. That test was brutal. I totally bombed it. I failed miserably. Yuji held up his paper. There was a big red F at the top. John winced and slowly raised his own failed exam. The two laughed and high-fived.
I like the way they drew.
Me with literally all my friends. Or at least almost all my
My
friends.
friends get to something.
It's not a big deal. I'll just retake it later. I had way better things to do than study. I never thought I'd pass.
Ah, Zach!
Gerard and I did wonderfully. Most of our homeroom did. Maybe your teacher teaches differently? Nope. I got a 98. It's not
89.
89. It's not Miss Shizuka. These two are just massive idiots. Earlier, Nikki,
What?
Earlier, he had a voice clip saying, John Tron sucks.
Oh my! Beautiful. Perfect.
I nodded.
Where's my soda?
Hold on. I nodded. I didn't feel like admitting to my 93, not after seeing how badly John PG did.
awesome!
Wow, that was awesome, Shane. It's like your mind is just made for facts. You totally deserve it. Did you get your 97 raised, Gerard? That's not like you at all, Gerard. Gerard laughed sheepishly.
Completely.
Yeah, I got my 100. To be fair, I would have gotten 100 like normal, but one of the questions could be answered in 2 ways. I told the teacher, and she changed my score, and he changed my score accordingly. I think you got a couple of points too, Satch. You had to have that 100, didn't you? Did you get a completion bonus? Get it?
I don't like
Get
this.
it?
I don't like this game.
I get to take a lot of crap from you guys. That's more than enough to make it worth it. I smiled alongside them, still feeling somewhat out of my element. Shane's comments hung over my head even now, but I didn't think there was much I could do about it. Before class, I quickly filled my in on John's proposition. I'm kind of worried about it.
What?
Are you kidding, Hannah? He wants you to be Juliet! And he'll be Romeo. Oh, that's so romantic.
Wait, so it's John?
Dude, this is the biggest, funniest twist of all time. He's totally hitting on you.
I don't know.
I don't know, Mai. I'm really not an actress. I'm bad at the limelight.
What's that?
Spotlight. There's no way he would have noticed that, and I doubt he's hitting on me either. Hannah, get a grip on yourself.
This is Danielle.
You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. Any guy would be lucky to have you. That's why you're my best friend. I mean, why else would he make such a big deal out of it? He did seem upset. Might have a point. John is Romeo and me is Juliet. It was corny, but kind of cute. Visions of myself in John period clothes sweeping across the stage floated through my mind. Spotlights in his glistening in his hair. He leaned in towards me. On guard!
What? Dun, 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 dun,
No.
dun, dun. What?
Look at the font.
It's the Comic Sans guy? That's Romeo?
No.
Oh.
I think he's Paris.
Dun, 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 dun.
No! Arrgh! Romeo,
Yeah.
my love! Juliet, this isn't how the story was supposed to go. Romeo! Ah! Whoa, what's wrong? Nothing. Sorry, is class over? Yeah, you're going to the theater, right? After that daydream, it was hardly like I had a choice. And also, if you're wondering why it wasn't supposed to go like that, it's that before Juliet wakes up from a sleeping potion, Romeo thinks she's actually dead. So he fucking drinks poison in her tomb, and then he dies next to her. Then she, after killing the person who she was supposed to marry originally, because he was trying to fight him. Oops. Anyways, I'll wrap this up quickly, like the
You
story.
just finish this. Finish this.
Come on.
Don't tell the story. Finish the game.
No, it's almost done. Then, after Juliet wakes up and sees he's dead, she takes his knife and stabs herself. She just straight up
Sounds very similar.
gangster herself.
Okay then.
Alright,
Bye bye.
I'll see you back at the dorms.
Bye.
Press the space
Okay, bye. It's okay, Hannah. You can do this. Theater is here, right? Door opened into a gorgeous room with bright red seats. John was down on the stage, his arms flung to the ceiling. Doth thou protestations relinquish mine famine?
What?
Nay. Nay! Jacques, you have to be a little more you have to have a little more intensity. Don't you want to be famous? Nay. Why, you little... Excuse me.
Hannah.
Hannah! His voice shot up several octaves. Come in! He leaped up the stairs, grabbed me by the hand, and pulled me into the room. I wasn't sure you were going to come. Thank you so much, Hannah. You're really the only person I could trust to do this. About that, John, I don't know about this. I'm not really an actress. There's no way I could be Julia. Huh?
Oh, she fucked up.
He stopped pulling me. Was that anything about Julia?
Oh god!
Didn't you?
No.
No? That wasn't part of what... That wasn't the part you wanted to talk to me about? Hold on. Oh, no, of course not. You're right. You're not suited to Juliet at all. Ouch. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. We didn't fuck up. This is supposed to happen.
Oh god, the fucking cringe.
He ran backstage, returning with a large inflatable
Oh
bag.
god, what's he doing?
Actually, I wanted you to be. Drum roll, please, Jacques. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He tossed the bag on stage. The crumpled plastic unraveled, revealing
Yeah.
a tree.
Perfect part.
Tree. You're perfect for the part. You're so shy and quiet. You have an impressive ability to stand still for long periods of time. The other day in class, you stared into space for almost 20 minutes straight and didn't move a muscle. Oh, of course. Who do you want me to play a lead role? It was obvious I wasn't cut out for that kind of thing. Wanting to play the Romeo to my Juliet. How ludicrous. What's wrong? Of course I wouldn't be. No one would think I could do that. Well, it's not that you can't. But John wasn't trying to be mean. He just didn't seem to get that it was insulting. I'll think about it, okay? But I think I'm gonna go for now.
Oh.
If you say so, be sure to give me your answer soon. I'm so ready for this. It's gonna be the best play yet, especially with Jock as our Juliet.
Bye!
I love you. Dot, dot, dot. Goodbye, John.
See you later.
See you later, Hannah.
I like how he loves his bird that much.
How awful was that? I shut the door to the dorm room, wanting nothing more than to collapse onto my bed.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Hannah! Mai was lying on her bunk, upside down, her red hair spilling over the side. Something glinted in her hands. What are you doing? I'm cutting out little blossoms, see? She held a pink cherry blossom to the ceiling. It's so your senpai will notice you.
Oh my god.
What are you even talking about? You know, senpai always notices the girl when she's outside surrounded by a shower of cherry blossom petals and the wind blowing in her hair.
Bingo.
Your guy will definitely notice you with these. And this is where we're gonna stop off for now. We're gonna save day 8. Yep. And thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked it, please be sure to Falcon punch that subscribe button. Great either the like button. And Mickey, you got anything to say? Just say bye.
Bye.
Alright, anyways, Nick says 58.
I always ruin that.
Signing out.